Welcome back to my channel. This is Rajveer Kaur. I'm a mindful chemistry coach. I teach 11th and 12th class science students, and I help them get more than 90% marks in their exams and be confident in, while sitting in the entrance exams so that they can score well. All right. So in this very video, I will be taking up the next 5 questions of second chapter of chemistry 11th class NCERT, the back exercise. So question number 6 to question number 10, I will be covering in this very video. To know the solutions of the first 5 questions, you can watch the previous video. The link to that I will be giving in the description of this video. All right. So let us now move into it. Okay. So let us see what is the question number 6. I'm keeping my phone aside. All right. So question number 6 is find energy of each of the photon, so we have been given 2 parts to this question. The first part of this question is we need to find out the energy of a photon whose wavelength has, the frequency of for which has been given to be equal to 3 into 10 raised to the power 15 hertz. So hertz is per second. All right. So energy is associated with, or it is related to frequency as E is equal to h nu. It is equal to 6.63 into 10 raised to the power minus 34 joule second into 3 into 10 raised to the power 15 per second. So it will be equal to 6.63 into 3, it will be equal to 19.89 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 19 joule. Now you can just write it in the scientific notation. It will be 1.989 into 10 raised to the power. So because we are moving the decimal point towards the left hand side, it will be added. So 1 will be added to it. So just let me check. 34 minus 15 is coming out to be equal to 19. All right. So this is minus 18 joule. All right. Now let us move to the second part of this question. Now lambda has been given. It is equal to 0.50 angstrom, or we can say 0.50 into 10 raised to the power minus 10 meter. So energy is equal to hc upon lambda. It is equal to 6.63 into 10 raised to the power minus 34 joule second into 3 into 10 raised to the power 8 meter per second upon 0.50 into 10 raised to the power minus 10 meter. So just we need to find out what is the energy associated with this lambda. So 6.63 into 3 divided by 0.5, it is coming out to be equal to 39.78 into 10 raised to the power. So if we take this to the numerator, it will be 18. So 34 minus 34 plus 18, 34 minus 18, it is coming out to be equal to minus 16 joule, or we can say 3.978 into 10 raised to the power. Again, because decimal point has been shifted to the left, it will be added. So minus 15 joule. Okay, now let us move into the next question, that is question number 7. So the question number 7 says we need to find out the wavelength, frequency. We need to find out wavelength, frequency, and wave number of a light wave whose period is 2.0 into 10 raised to the power minus 10 second. So if period is given, we can just find out first the frequency. So frequency is equal to 1 upon period. So it is equal to 1 upon period is given as 2.0 into 10 raised to the power minus 10 second. So it will be equal to 0.5 into 10 raised to the power 10 per second, or we can say 5.0 into 10 raised to the power 9 per second. Decimal point has been shifted to the right hand side, so it will be subtracted. All right, now we need to find out lambda and nu bar. So lambda will be equal to, lambda is equal to C upon nu. So it is equal to 3.0 into 10 raised to the power 8 meter per second upon 5.0 into 10 raised to the power 9 per second. So it will be equal to 3.0 divided by 5 3 divided by 5 equal to 0.6 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 1 meter, or it will be equal to 0.06 meter. Okay, now wave number, it is equal to 1 upon lambda. So it will be equal to 1 upon 0.06 meter equal to 1 divided by 0.06. It is coming out to be equal to 16.67 per meter. So this is the wave number. So simple as that. Now let us move into question number 8. Let us see what is the statement for question number 8. Question number 8 is, what is the number of photons of light with a wavelength of 4000 picometer that provide energy 1 joule? 1 joule of energy they will be providing. Lambda has been given to be equal to 4000 picometer. Energy, that is the total energy, we can say it is 1 joule. Okay, we need to find out how many photons will be required to produce 1 joule of energy. Okay, so if we find out, you just can directly use this formula. Energy is equal to nhc upon lambda. This is the total energy emitted. N is the number of photons that will be providing this much energy, and lambda is the wavelength associated with the photon. Okay, so we need to just find out what is the value for N. So N will be equal to E lambda upon Hc. So it is equal to, energy has value 1 joule. Lambda is 4000 into 10 raised to the power minus 12 meter upon H is 6.63 into 10 raised to the power minus 34 joule second into 3.0 into 10 raised to the power 8 meter per second. So this is the equation that we have got, and we can just now make the calculations. 4000 divided by 6.63 and multiplied by 3, it is coming out to be equal to 201.11 into 10 raised to the power. Okay, so we will be getting it when we will take to the numerator plus 34 and minus 20. So it will be 14. So this will be the number of photons that will be required to produce this much of energy, that is 1 joule of energy, if the wavelength is 4000 picometer. So it can be written in the scientific notation. Right now the decimal point has been moved to the left hand side, so it will be added. Power will be added. So now let us move into question number 9. The statement for question number 9 is quite long. Okay, let us see what we need to calculate, what has been given. Okay, a photon of wavelength 4 into 10 raised to the power minus 7 meters strike on a metal surface. Okay, so lambda has been given. So this is the question of photoelectric effect, because they are striking the photon on the metal surface. All right. The work function of the metal. Work function means the minimum energy required to remove the photoelectron when the photon is striking on the metal surface. Okay, so it is h nu naught. So work function has been given to be equal to 2.13 electron volt. Now we need to calculate, number 1, energy of photon in electron volt. This is the first part. Second part is, we need to find out the kinetic energy of emission. So with what kinetic energy the electron will get emitted, that is kinetic energy of emission. Then the third part is, we need to find out what will be the velocity of the photoelectron. Velocity of photoelectron. Now in this very question you have been given that 1 electron volt, it is equal to 1.602 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 joule. And it is not always given. In your exam, it may or may not be given. So you need to know what is 1 electron volt. It is equal to 1.602 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 joule. Okay, let us now move into first part of this question. That is, let us find out what is the photon of energy of photon in electron volt. So energy is related to lambda as hc upon lambda. So it will be equal to 6.63 into 10 raised to the power minus 34 joule second into 3 into 10 raised to the power 8 meter per second upon lambda. Lambda is 4 into 10 raised to the power minus 7 meter. Now the energy that we will calculate from this very formula, it will give us the energy in joule. And we need to find out it in electron volt. So first we will find out in joule, then we will convert it into electron volt. So 6.63 multiplied by 3 divided by 4, it is coming out to be equal to 4.97 multiplied by 10 raised to the power. So it will be 8 plus 7, 15. So 34 minus 15. So minus 19, minus 34 plus 15 minus 19. So this is the energy. So 1 electron, or we can say 1.602 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 joule is equal to 1 electron volt. Therefore, 4.97 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 joule will be equal to 1 upon 1.602 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 into 4.97 into 10 raised to the power minus 19. It will be equal to, so 1 divided by 1.602 multiplied by 4.97, it will be equal to 3.102 electron volt. So this is the energy in electron volt. Next is we need to find out the kinetic energy of emission. So kinetic energy is equal to h nu minus h nu naught. So where h nu is the energy of the photon which is striking the metal surface, the total energy, and h nu naught is out of that energy which how much energy is used to eject the electron, and the rest will get converted into kinetic energy. So it will be 3.102 minus 2.13. It will be equal to 3.102 minus 2.13 equal to 0.972 electron volt. Okay, now the third part is we need to know the velocity of the photon. To know the velocity of photon, we need to again convert this value into joule. Okay, so 1 electron volt is equal to 1.602 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 joule. Therefore, 0.972 electron volt is equal to 1.602 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 multiplied by 0.972 equal to 1.602 multiplied by 0.972. It is equal to 1.56 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 joule. So this is the kinetic energy in joule. So half mv square is equal to 1.56 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 joule. Now m is the mass of photoelectron, the electron that has been ejected. Okay, so mass of electron, we know it. So v square will be equal to 1.56 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 multiplied by 2 upon mass is 9.11 into 10 raised to the power minus 31 kg. So it will be in meter square, or just we can just write the units of velocity here, meter square per second square. Okay, so this will be equal to, now see, this energy has the unit, when we are saying joule, it is kg meter square per second square. So kg will get cancelled, meter square per second square will be left. All right, so the final unit will be meter square per second square. So we can just calculate it. 1.56 multiplied by 2 divided by 9.11, it is equal to 0.342 into 10 raised to the power 12. Okay, so when you will take minus 31 in the numerator, it will become plus 31, 31 minus 19, 12. So now you need to take the root of this. So v will be equal to root of 0.342 into 10 raised to the power 12 meter square per second square. So this will come out to be equal to root of root of 0.342. So it is coming out to be equal to 0.58 into 10 raised to the power 12, 10 raised to the power 6, because root of 10 raised to the power 12 will be equal to 10 raised to the power 6. So meter per second. Or we can say the value will be 5.8 into 10 raised to the power 5 meter per second. So hope this is clear to you. A bit long question, but it is simple. We need to go just step by step. All right. So let us now move into question number 10. The question number 10 for this is from this exercise. It is electromagnetic radiation of wavelength 242 nanometer. 242 nanometer is just sufficient to ionize the sodium atom. Okay, it is just sufficient. Just sufficient means it is not less than the energy required, the wavelength required. It is not more than the wavelength required. So when a photon of this wavelength, it will strike the sodium metal, it will only eject that electron. It will not provide any kinetic energy, or even it is not even less than that, what is required. Okay, so we need to find out the ionization energy of sodium in kilojoule per mole. Ionization energy of sodium in kilojoule per mole. This is what we need to find out. Okay, now the energy associated with this lambda, it will be equal to the ionization energy of one atom of sodium. Okay, so E is equal to Hc upon lambda, 6.63 into 10 raised to the power minus 34 joule second into 3.0 into 10 raised to the power 8 meter per second upon 242 into 10 raised to the power minus 9 meters. So sorry, it is not 19. Okay, so now it will be equal to, this will be equal to 6.63 multiplied by 3 divided by 242. It is coming out to be equal to 0.822, 0.0822 into 10 raised to the power. Okay, now it will be minus 17, because when you will take minus 9 in numerator, so plus 8 plus 9, it is 17, then okay. So I think you can just find it out. Right, so it can be also written as equal to 8.22 into 10 raised to the power minus. Now, because the decimal point has been shifted in the right hand side, so the power will get subtracted. So it will become minus 19 joule. All right. Now, this is the ionization energy per atom of sodium. All right. Now, ionization energy per mole will be equal to 8.22 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 multiplied by Avogadro's number. So 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23. So it is equal to 8.22 multiplied by 6.022 equal to 49.5 into 10 raised to the power 4 joule per mole. Now we need to convert it into kilojoule per mole. So just write it in scientific, you just can write it 495 into 10 raised to the power 3 joule per mole, or we can say 495 kilojoule per mole. So hope these questions are clear to you now. You can just do a lot of practice. Should I tell you something? I have taught around 2,000 students, more than 2,000 students in 8 years of my teaching experience. Students, they say that we don't feel confident about this subject. You know why? First, they do not have the basic concepts right. Okay. Now, if a student is having the basic concepts right, they do not practice as much as it is needed. So you need to practice a lot, solve a lot of questions. Only when you will be solving the questions, only then you will get more clarity of the concept. All right. So hope you will follow this advice of mine and you will get great results. All right, all the best, and I will see you in the next video with next 5 questions, question number 11 to question number 16 of second chapter of 11th class NCERT back exercise. See you in the next video.